Hey, it's Bob and Keith on 1035 The Beat, and I have some very special guests hanging out with me today. The Florida Justice Center is hosting a community legal clinic and resource fair in Miami Gardens. And these beautiful people, I'm not going to mess it up. I'm not going to mess it up. Jonathan Blyce.
Blywice. It's good though, right?
Blywice.
I'll
That's
take
what I
it.
said.
I'll
That's
take
what
it,
I
Papa
said.
Keith.
It's my show. I'm always right. Blywice, I got it. And the lovely Miss Melba Pearson. I'm so happy to see you again. And thank you so much for your fight.
Thank you, Papa Keith, for always doing what's right and making sure to let the community know what's popping. So thank you, my brother, for all that you do.
That's what's up. So tell me about this amazing event. I'm very excited about it. And I'm also excited that it's happening in Miami Gardens.
For sure. So I can start off and I'll let Jonathan fill in a lot of the details. Unfortunately, I'm at the airport. So if y'all hear background noise, that's what's going on. The grind still continues. But July 31st, that's next Saturday from 10 to 4 p.m., we're going to be at the Betty T. Ferguson complex. And we're going to be having an amazing community legal clinic and resource fair. So we're going to be offering the opportunity for people who are eligible to have their records sealed and expunged, which gives them the ability to apply for new jobs or to maybe get a better job, right? We're also going to be working with people with regards to their driver's license suspensions, because we all know in South Florida, if you don't have a car, transportation is going to be an uphill battle. We know this. So we want to make sure that we're connecting more people with the ability to be able to drive, not only to take care of themselves and their families, but to be able to get better jobs and to live in better areas. And so we have some sponsors that are going to be working with us so that the fees will be paid for folks. So again, This is not coming out your pocket. This is us really trying to come together and make sure that we provide services for our community. So I'm going to leave it there for now.
Melba, let me ask you, why is this so important and why are you advocating for this?
This is so important because at the end of the day, a lot of the issues in the criminal justice system come from a lack of resources, a lack of opportunities, a lack of second chances. And rather than sit there and complain, my thought is always, listen, be part of the solution, don't be part of the problem. So what we do at the Florida Justice Center is making sure that we're part of the solution, connecting people with resources when they've been involved in the criminal justice system, and making sure that people know what resources are available and out there to help themselves, their family, as well as their community. And of course, we want to make sure that, again, knowledge is power. So when people know what their rights are, when people know how to get the resources they need, we're all better as a community.
That is correct, and I support you on that, and thank you. Jonathan, could you chime in and tell me the role that you play and what you're looking forward to with this event?
Sure. So, I'm the founder and the executive director of the Florida Justice Center. In a nutshell, we're the first legal aid organization in the state that does criminal legal assistance. We focus a lot on justice restoration, like Melba said, sealing and expungement, driver license. We help people with technical probation violations, with early termination of probation. Basically, we just want to keep people out of the system. And so we created this event, which is going to be basically a one-stop. So we're going to have the driver license office there, the clerk of the court. Basically, people could come in with a bad license and we could have them walk out with a valid license in hand. And, that's thanks to a lot of the community partners, to the dedicated attorneys, the Gwen Cherry Black Women Lawyers Association's working with us, our sponsors that are going to be paying a lot of these fees, the National Diversity and Inclusion Cannabis Alliance and Green Thumb Industries. And really, it's just the whole community coming together and saying, we need to help people stay out of the system and get their lives back from, after they've had justice involvement.
It's a wicked cycle, and I myself have experienced it, in my younger days. And, it's like you're in a rut, you know what I'm saying? And to know that this exists, it's really amazing. I commend you both. Jonathan, I want to ask you, this question. Give me some stories. So, since, you're in that position of leadership in this, give me some stories about some of the returning citizens and some of the residents who were able to partake in the programs that you've had before this, and what kind of response do you get, and, what kind of feedback have you gotten?
Yeah, so, last year when the George Floyd Black Lives Matter movement hit, we were one of the only bail funds in the state. And so we bailed out a ton of protesters. We got them free lawyers. And every single person that we either bailed out or got a lawyer for either had their charges dropped or did some sort of community service that led to their charges being dropped. And so we were able to stop dozens of people from getting criminal convictions. Last week alone, we took 81 people's licenses out of collections, got them on a $5 a month payment plan, and got them their licenses back.
Wow.
And so just last week alone, we were able to help 81 people get their licenses back.
Wow. And information is power. I'm going to come back to you, Mel, but one more thing with Jonathan. How did you get involved? You know, what was when we do these interviews, we always talk about the things we're providing and we touch, but I want to know about you a little bit. How did you get involved with this? Why did you make this decision to dedicate your life to these processes and to these opportunities for others?
Yeah, so I served for 7 years with the Broward County Sheriff's Office as an officer and a detective. And I ended up finding myself in handcuffs. And I spent 4 years in Florida state prisons. And I saw the racial disparities there. You know, in Florida, 17% of the population is Black, but in prison is 47%. And I really wanted to do something to address this injustice that I saw. And
Wow.
so I dedicated my life knowing both sides of the law now, to helping other people stay out of it, to keep them out. You know, we do have case managers on our staff. We're not just lawyers. And so we want to address someone's entire issues. If they have a substance abuse issue that led them into the system, we could place them in a substance abuse treatment facility, as well as advocating on their behalf that they don't need to be part of the population that goes back to prison.
That's amazing, Jonathan. Thank you so much, for doing that. Sometimes it does take life and our own lessons to kind of open us up to things and how we could help other people. So I'm so glad you listened to that calling. What's your heritage?
So German, Russian, Jewish.
Okay, that's what's up. Melba, back to you. Melba, how are you currently serving our community right now?
So in this capacity, I am vice chair of the board of directors. So helping with leading the organization, coming up with ideas, helping fundraise. So that's how I'm serving in this capacity. I'm also at Florida International University Center for Administration of Justice. I serve as the director of policy and programs. And the program that I'm working with most specifically has to do with data and transparency in the field of prosecution. So finding ways to measure whether or not a prosecutor's office is being responsive to the needs of the community in terms other than convictions, right? Because everybody's like, well, how many convictions y'all got? That does not say whether or not you're really doing justice. That doesn't speak to how diverse your office is. It doesn't speak to how long it takes for a case to go to trial, whether or not different people are getting different outcomes or different pleas based on who they are or where they're located. So all of this, for me, it's about making systemic change in the criminal justice system and making our country a more fair and equitable place. As an impacted person from the standpoint of being an African-American woman, descendant of immigrants, grew up in an immigrant household, had to work through college and law school and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that experience and I know the grind is real. So I want to make sure that when I'm in these rooms and I'm able to be and speak up on behalf of the community, I do so, because sometimes, I hate to say it, a lot of the folks that call themselves leaders out there ain't leading. And they're not speaking up when it needs to happen. So that's how I'm serving some of the different ways I'm serving the community at this juncture.
And that's facts. And I hope you continue with your passion to serve in a greater leadership, in politics and stuff like that. I really hope you continue to push in that direction, because, that'll be great, in whatever capacity that you choose,
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So listen, man, I have some facts here. Over 266,000 people in Miami-Dade County currently have a suspended license, and approximately 1 in 3 adults have arrest records. These numbers are, wow, it's crazy. You're providing legal assistance, such as reinstating suspended license, arrest records, sealing, expungement, reentry services, referrals for housing, mental health services, which we don't talk enough about. Voting rights restoration. It seems just like a plethora of things that are so important and so needed. How do we get to our audience? Because I'm going to tell you one thing I'm struggling with, because I'm fairly new to public service in comparison to you guys. I've only started the last 5 years, but how do we get people to activate? Because this is the part that kind of, bothers me. And we can close with this. We have all these amazing events, things like this, and I never see the turnout the same as if it's a party event, or it's this, or it's, or entertainment or things of that nature. And it really bugs me. And a part of my activism is to give you guys this platform to reach out to the very people that I'm trying to connect with and help out as well. So can you speak on that? Because I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that.
Yes, I mean, I can jump in on that. I think that number one, there might be issues of shame where you don't want to come out in public and people know that you need help. But the thing is, other people don't have that same issue, right? When there's free resources or free options available out there, they take advantage. So we need to put some of our personal shame and pride aside and know that, listen, you're in a situation, there's no shame in that. Let's figure out how to get you right, So that, I think, is one aspect. And I think too, that some folks also are not thinking about it. They're not thinking about the long term and their future and what it means. Like having that conviction on your record, you may not care about it right now, but maybe in 10 years when you want to apply for a promotion at work and they tell you, no, you got that history, or you're trying to, get out of, the fast food service industry and, start your own business or whatever. Now you have something holding you back. So I think people need to kind of think about the long term, which is hard, especially if you grinded day to day just to put food on the table. But come on out, right? Just come on out, pass through, get the information. And you know what? If you want to hit us up later, reach out to us via the website or anything like that. We're happy to work with you one-on-one, if you don't want to be kind of out there with your business, right? Like we keep everything confidential, but maybe if that's a concern for folks, come by, get our information, check us out, and we can work with you on the back end.
That's awesome. Well said, Melba. I'm going to have you touch on that as well, Jonathan, from your perspective.
Yeah, I think it just takes dedicated people like you that are becoming informed about the issues, or already informed, and just spreading the word in the community and saying, you're not alone. This is an issue. People are working to help you. They're working to address this. And really, we need to, even with the mental health, we need to take away the stigma that mental health is wrong, that having a conviction is, the end of your life and that you're marked. And just people like you that are dedicated to this really make all the difference. So, I thank you for what you do.
Hey, listen, I'm playing a small role. You guys are doing the heavy lifting, but thank you so much for the props. Let's go over the information. Betty T. Ferguson, Recreational Complex, 3000 Northwest 119th Street, Miami Gardens, lovely city. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on July 31st. There will be entertainment. So I did mention the fact that they'll come out for entertainment real quick and not to, clean up their own records and get their license straight. But so you found a unique way to mix it all together and provide a level of entertainment as well. And food trucks and stuff I heard are going to be there. So that's amazing. I love it. I love what you're doing. Thank you so much for being such amazing and above and beyond citizens. And I hope people will listen to this and take heed to this amazing opportunity for some free needed help and break the shackles. You know what I mean? Any last words from either one of you?
I would just say that, I thank you for having us here. If people want to get more information, apply for help, or if they want to donate so that we could help other people, go to our website, www.fljc.org. That's fljc.org.
Melba?
Thank you, Papa Keith. That's all I got.
Well, thank you both, Jonathan and Melba. And if there's anything that I could extend, and next time you're doing something like that, give me a call. I have some assets I'd love to bring out there to help to entertain. I'll even donate my time to help corral people. I'll be on vacation for this one, but the next one, please invite me.
Absolutely.
Oh, you don't have to tell us twice.
Safe travels. And
Thank you.
I want to see your face on a poster again real soon, Melba, if you know what I mean.
I feel you.
All right. Jonathan, such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for your work and your story. I wish you would share your story as well, even on different interviews or opportunities you have, because it does make a difference. When people hear what you've been through and why you do what you do, it really helps to make a difference. All right. So thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Papa Keith.
All right. Take care. Have a great one.
Bye, y'all.
All right.